Hey everyone, Metagross Freak and Fluttershy here for a special pony video. This spring is going to be season 5 of My Little Pony, and this is the season of the 100th episode, which I'm pretty darn excited about. I was originally going to do a top 5 uh, wish list of things I wanted to see in My Little Pony season 5. However, I thought it'd be better if I did 6 because of the main 6. Hasbro hasn't really given us much hints. They've given us barely any information at all for what's going to happen in Season 5. So without further ado, these are my top 6 things I want to see in Season 5. At number 6, that's progression with Spike. Spike, through the seasons, has been treated kind of, well, as a child character. He's treated more as Twilight's little brother and less as, the most important person that is in her world. And even though Twilight's 5 friends are her best friends, without Spike, she wouldn't have any order to her mental chaos. Most of the episodes of Spike involve him either being kind of greedy, being treated as a child, or him just being a side character who gets either the butt of the jokes or is treated as Rarity's slave. I want to see at least one episode where Spike is treated, as an important character. We saw this kind of in the Power Ponies episode where Spike is kind of feeling like crap, and he wants to feel more important. Hence, why the episodes with the whole adventure with the Maniac occurs. I want to see an episode where not only is Spike treated as an important character, but maybe we have a little bit more progression. Maybe he learn. When we had the episode where he meets all the other juvenile dragons and he saves the Phoenix, and he says, I'm going to teach you how to be a pony. It's obvious that Spike was born a dragon but raised as a pony, and so I really want to see him doing that. I want to see him, as a character, both develop, because he's not a little kid. He's growing, and it's obvious from what we can see that he is responsible, though he makes mistakes like everyone. So I want to see development on him. Number 5 is a Rainbow Dash song. Like, pretty much everyone gets a song in My Little Pony. Pinkie Pie has a huge number of songs. Twilight gets a ton of songs, and Applejack, even though she's usually with her family, gets a number of songs as well. And Rarity as well. The only one who really doesn't lead songs is Rainbow Dash. I'd love it if just maybe one day we had an episode where Rainbow Dash was on her own, just or maybe where she's hanging out with Scootaloo. Maybe trying to help Scootaloo learn how to fly. And in that episode, Rarity comes up with a song, maybe to inspire Scootaloo, or to say a song about, even if it's a flashback song. I would be okay if it was a flashback song. I just want to see a song where Rainbow Dash is the main singer, because the only real song we've had so far where Rainbow Dash is one of the main singers is the Find a Pet song, which is with Fluttershy. And they were going back and forth, so we didn't get as much of the Rainbow Dash, and I'd like to see that. Number 4 is more emphasis on the background ponies. Season 4 did actually a really good job of giving us more background pony stuff, especially with characters like Bulk Biceps and with Derpy. Everyone was really happy, from what I understand from just all the huge, like, rapid fire of messages on even just the Facebook brony groups, that everyone was ridiculously excited that Derpy was back, even though she doesn't say anything. I really want them to put a little bit more emphasis on the background ponies. It has been leaked, one of the few things we know about Season 5, that episode 100 will actually be a special episode where the background ponies are the main characters. We haven't been told who this is, though I would assume it's probably fan favorites like Dr. Hooves, probably Bulk Biceps, Lyra, Bon Bon, I don't know, maybe Sakura or something. I want to see an episode where the main character, like where the main 6 and the Cutie Mark Crusaders aren't the main characters. Just no offense to them, just push them out of the side and give characters we don't get to see a lot a chance to shine. Because I think that would be a really good addition. Even if it's just the one episode. How cool would it be if we had an episode where Lyra was the main unicorn instead of Twilight, and she and Bon Bon have a song. They gave them that cameo in Rainbow Rocks where they're doing the duet on the piano. And even though that's a separate universe, what if they hang out and they do songs just like that, but we don't see them because they're not main characters? I think it'd be great if we could see that. So I'm really looking forward to that 100th episode. Number 3 is development in the Cutie Mark Crusaders. In the episode Twilight Time, we see that Sweetie Belle is working on levitation magic, Scootaloo is working on fixing her scooter, and that Apple Bloom is working on potions. Now, it could be assumed that Apple Bloom wanted to work on potions because she hangs out with Sakura, like other than her sister and her sister, her brother, and the other members of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Apple Bloom's other friend is Sakura, and I think it'd be awesome if we had, maybe even if it's just an Apple Bloom plus Sakura episode, them hanging out. You know, Scootaloo, obviously, she wants to do maintenance on her scooter, and Sweetie Belle is one of the few unicorns we see who doesn't have magic yet, so it makes sense that she wants to work on her magic. And so I think even if it's not an episode for each of them, like season 4 kind of did, I think it'd be cool if we had an episode maybe where the Cutie Mark Crusaders have a chance to work on something. They don't have to have their cutie marks. They don't even have to figure out a special talent or anything. I just want to see them progress as characters, because basically their entire point in the story up till now is we're kids who don't know what our point in life is, which is important. It's important, but considering we've gone 4 seasons without them really developing, other than one's attempting to work on magic, one's learning how to fix a scooter, and one is starting to learn how to do potions, we don't have a lot of development, and I want to see that. Number 2, this goes back in with the background pony idea from number 4, is I want them to tie in either Sunset Shimmer, Sakura, or DJ Pone 3, Vinyl Scratch, more. They don't do it a lot in the show, but especially with the 2 Equestria Girls movie and the end of the second Equestria Girls movie, Sunset Shimmer seems to be a lot more important. And until we know for sure, it seems like she's going to be a huge influence on this Equestria Girls universe. That is, until they find the other Twilight. Spoilers! And especially because Sunset Shimmer and Twilight are in contact, I want to see them, maybe have a thing. Maybe we can have an episode where, the main, or the, everyone in the main 6 except for Twilight has to go on a separate mission because Twilight is on her journal or whatever, guiding Sunset and her friends through another crisis. I think that'd be kind of cool, or maybe even to have an episode where we can see what they're doing while they're waiting for Twilight to get back. Sakura, I think, is an important character, and in the beginning, in the opener for season 4, I think, and season 3, she actually appears in the big group shot. So do Snips and Snails, and they're minor characters, but I think Sakura is a cool, interesting character, and she's voiced by Tabitha St. Germain, who also does the voices of Luna and Rarity. So if they're having trouble writing things for Rarity, but they want to keep Tabitha on the payroll, they could always just write some things with Luna or with Sakura. And lastly, for that second one is with DJ Pone 3 / Vinyl Scratch. She was really important at the end of the second Equestria Girls movie, and she's one of the more popular of the background ponies. So I think because she only gets a couple cameos here and there, it'd be nice to see her maybe either have her own episode or be, played up. At the beginning of season 4, we were told that Pinkie Pie would have to fight, I guess, or be in contest with another party pony, and it was heavily theorized that Pinkie would have to be in contest with Vinyl. And we didn't get that. Instead, we got the Weird Al episode, and I love that episode because Cheese Sandwich is such a great character, and I absolutely love Weird Al, but I really kind of wanted to see something more with Vinyl. So hopefully we'll get something tying her in more in season 5. Last one is on this list is I want to see Twilight be a freaking princess. we know from basically all of the times we saw her in season 4 that she did not really act like a princess. And in Rarity Takes Manhattan, they basically treated her like she was street trash, which was really sad because that was at the beginning of the season, right after she became a princess. Um, I would love to see it where they take the fact that, she has a freaking castle and a crown and everything, and they actually treat her like a freaking princess. She doesn't have to make laws or command a kingdom or anything, but I want her to at least be treated as a princess. Because the only time we really got this, like, oh, you're so awesome, is in Twilight Time, and that was because little kids get starstruck. So that was my top 6 things I want to see in season 5 of MLP. If you have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can, because I love hearing your feedback. So until next time, I'm Metagross Freak, and this is Fluttershy, and see ya.